Good morning, everyone. Rob Lukey with Health Sidekick. I wanted to take a second to go over just one of the features on Health Sidekick that is unique to is unique compared to other programs that are out there. Not only obviously can you do a lot more and it's clean, but this calculation actually here is patent pending. Which what we use is we say obviously the majority of the health world says calories consumed minus calories burned equals net calories. We tack on and use a correlation calculation to say that what you do mentally and spiritually also impacts this number, this overall weight loss for you. And we use a correlation calculation that occurs. And I will tell you this too. One of the other things that we do that's unique, the majority of people in the diet and fitness world will start out with general terms. You know, here, for example, one of the things they use is 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of weight loss. Well, that may be true for somebody, but it's certainly not true for me, and it might be true for 10 out of 100 people. But what about me in particular? That's what I'm concerned with when I'm talking about weight loss. They start out with this basal metabolic rate, and the basal metabolic rate, we do too, because we don't have any information. Once you start logging, we switch over to our calculation, but we have to start somewhere. So we use the BMR, which is a general term, says this is who you are, you're a woman, you're a man, and this is about how much you weigh, this is your activity level, and this is your height, and this is your age. And it'll say this is about how many calories you can eat to keep your organs alive. Then it will ask another question. What's your activity level? Do you have a sitting job, do you have a desk job, or do you go out and work something that is more manual or active? And then it will times that BMR times 1.25, 1.35, 1.45, 1.55 and give you your overall caloric intake that you can eat and stay the same. Then it simply takes 3,500 calories minus from that and gives you a daily caloric intake. It's that simple. And the problem that it's that simple, that's why it's so confusing for people, because it's a stagnant calculation. And we're not stagnant people. We're just like I don't believe that we're just physical. I believe that we're mental and spiritual. And like I said, we're pointing out that this correlates more to weight loss than even the foods we eat and so forth. But that we'll get into that later. I wanted to just point out one thing that we do that's unique, and that is that these 7-day moving averages, these moving averages that we use up here are very unique from a standpoint that it's empirical data that you can use. In other words, I don't need to take some general calculation from somebody in overall terms and try to put it into my body anymore. I can by logging into Health Sidekick get an absolute calculation that's for me. In other words, I know for a fact that what I did up here translated into an average of 0.39 pounds of weight loss for me over the last week. I know that's a fact. I also know that if I do this same activity again, guess what? I'll probably get the same result. That's what I'm talking about empirical data, and that this is specifically designed for me. And remember, the biggest thing about this is that not only does it take all the things that I can't log, my body, everything that, what exactly I'm doing on a daily basis, if I'm walking up the stairs a bunch that day or not. The average has those things that aren't logged, those variables that aren't logged, it has it in that calculation. It also it takes into consideration my habits. Maybe in my logging habit, I cheat a little. I'll pick up some crackers or this or that, and I don't log it. It's in that calculation. So it also, in an average period, it's going to go ahead and average those habits. And so that's really important to understand that it has everything in here. And so you could basically just log and start by logging, and then when you get this number, you could simply live out this same calculation, and you're going to get the same result, and it's going to be specific for you. There's no more guessing game anymore. It's empirical data that you can use to get better, have better fitness. Hope this helps.